Hi, I'm Pete May, President of GreenBiz Group. It's great to be here with Marilyn Waite, Senior Manager for Village Capital. She was on stage yesterday here at VERGE 17 as one of our judges for our pitch competition. First of all, did you have fun yesterday up there?
It was a lot of fun. It was great. I enjoyed listening to the different value propositions of the startups. I really enjoyed the lithium-ion innovation, Lilac Solutions, and yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's great. So tell me, how did you get here? Tell me a little bit about your background, led you to Village Capital and to VERGE.
So I'm a trained civil and environmental engineer, and I actually started my career in Madagascar in water resources, like a lot of environmental engineers. And I realized that there was a missing piece in energy. Went for a couple of months without stable electricity and kind of shifted my focus to the energy sector. And I was working in rural France in nuclear energy, and then...
Vous parlez français alors?
Oui, bien sûr.
On continue en français.
On continue en français alors? So I was working in a spent fuel recycling facility, so using used fuel from nuclear reactors and reprocessing that fuel, and eventually made my way to corporate R&D. Where I was looking at a number of technologies. And I realized a lot of our troubles were less on the technological innovation side and more on the capital and investment side.
Huh. Interesting. And so with Village Capital, tell me a little bit about your portfolio and the kind of things you work on. What sectors and companies, as specific or general as you want to be, what makes you excited in that portfolio?
So I lead the energy and clean technology work, and essentially we focus on companies that are solving energy challenges broadly, focusing on the end use. So not energy for energy's sake, but really why we use energy. It's to move from point A to point B, it's to have a warm meal, it's to live at comfortable temperatures, all of those things. And so we shift our focus away from just electrons or molecules to really why we're using energy. And that way we have a lot of ventures that are, they could be materials companies or transportation companies. They don't view themselves necessarily as an energy company, but they're solving an energy challenge.
Yeah, interesting. And in the years you've been in this space, does it make you, what you're seeing, does it make you excited, pessimistic about the progress we're making and the opportunity going forward?
Well, I am in the middle. In general, that's my general disposition. So I'm excited about this new nexus of technology, so the energy agriculture nexus. So we invested in a company called Autonomous Tractor Corporation, ATC, and they are electrifying tractors. Their end-use customer is a farmer. They're selling through dealers, but it's really helping to electrify and reduce carbon emissions in the agricultural space, even though it's an energy intervention. So that's one example. Another is the energy water nexus. So we invested in a company called Emergy, EMRGY. They have this magnetic gearbox intervention, which is for small distributed hydropower, and they can plug their solution into very shallow waters, low flow areas, and produce electricity through their solution. And so I'm really excited about this new nexus of energy, water, energy agriculture, energy transportation, energy buildings.
So Marilyn, what are some of the tools and frameworks that you're working on that you're most excited about now?
So one of the tools that we're using is something called peer-selected investments. So if you think about an academic, they publish an article based on a review of their peers. If you're a scientist, you want to publish your work, it's your peers that validate that work. And so we're bringing that concept of peer review into the investment space by saying, actually, it's the entrepreneurs working in the field day in and day out who are best positioned to make the best investment decisions. So bringing in that peer review or that peer evaluation into investment decisions, I think is very powerful in a sector like energy, which is highly regulated and slower moving, and where really they're slower life cycles to sales, and they're people day in and day out who really understand the industry, who should be involved in that evaluation process, who are not currently in the mainstream investing.
Yeah, that's great. Well, it's a great VERGE theme, and on that, we're going to end. Thanks for having you here. Great to have you here at VERGE.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.